Well, since I'm zeroing, waiting for some snow to melt, waiting for some people to break the trail, if you saw the video, we were knee deep in snow, breaking a trail, trying to find where the trail went. It was really, really tough, really hard. Big chunks of snow and ice were falling out of trees onto our heads. It was kind of unsafe, to say the least. I mean, some of those blocks could have killed us or knocked us out at least. So we're kind of waiting for that to melt out. We had a really nice day here in Idyllwild. Sunshine is melting all that snow that's up there right now. And hopefully people are walking the trails. And hopefully when we get back on, there'll actually be a trail created and we'll be able to do this a lot easier. It took me 72 minutes to do 1 mile through knee-deep snow. It's really hard. If you can imagine walking through knee-deep sand or knee-deep dirt, knee-deep mud, like we did on the AT, the knee-deep snow is very, very difficult to walk through. And it takes a lot of energy. I felt sick to my stomach most of the time just from the exertion. So we're hoping that giving it another day while we're in town is going to help that. But I thought while I was stuck in town, I could at least do like a little gear video of what I'm using right now. I'll just unpack my bag and show you what's in it. Starting with the outside, a bandana, no name bandana, just a plain old bandana. That's for wiping snot, cleaning, wiping stuff off my tent, anything that needs to be cleaned. I have my glasses case right here for my prescription glasses and sunglasses. These pockets I use for snacks for the day. I usually put my lunch here and electrolytes and snacks here so I don't have to open the pack and get it out. The pack itself is a Kakwa 55 pack. I did order Z-Packs pad here and a Z-Packs pads for the shoulder straps because this has gone through the AT and the PCT now. So I figured that some of the padding may be getting a little old and smashed down. And this also helps because the small, when I start losing weight, doesn't fit very well. It gets, the hip belt gets too big for me. I have to have it all the way cranked down on the smallest setting. And this gives me another inch or so of space to be able to crank it down when I lose weight. There's a water bottle pocket here on the other side. That usually has my electrolytes in it. That is 3/4 liter. This is 1 liter. This is another 1 liter bottle here. And it's got my Sawyer water filter on the top of it. If it's too cold, if it's below freezing, I have to put this up. And I usually put it in a pocket of my pants or my jacket to keep it warm because this can never freeze. Let's see what's on the other side. This is Hyperlight Mountain Gear umbrella. It's worked well. This is my vampire killing kit. It's my tent stake bag. It came from Hilltop Packs. I just thought it was funny. This is my extra water. This will hold 2 liters of water. And my water filter will also fit on the top of this so I can squeeze water through it. It's a Knock Vecto 2-liter bag. So that gives me an additional 2 liters if we have long water carries. I've only used it once to carry water on a really long water carry. Usually the other 2 3/4 liters is enough. Let's see what else is in here. This is my spoon. It's long handled so I don't have to reach my hand down into the bags. And it does have a little cover for the spoon to keep it clean while it's stuck down in there. I keep it on the outside of my pack usually because I usually use it to eat lunch with. And I don't want to have to open my pack. There's another little zipper right here. Sometimes I'll put my water filter in here. to keep it warmer, but or the cap for one of my bottles or something. But for the most part, if this pocket is full of stuff, and it is, I don't use this because this takes up space. Flipping the pack over, this is my Coola cloth. It's basically a pee rag to save on carrying out toilet paper. My PCT hang tag. This is an outdoor research rain jacket. I'm not sure how I feel about this. It was good through most of Washington. I had it retreated, waterproofed, and it was good for a little bit, and then it started leaking. It leaks a lot around the arms. And then I retreated it myself in the Sierra to try to make it more waterproof, and it just never has really done as well as I think it should. But rain jackets are really hard to get one that's super waterproof. But it helps. It keeps water off me for a while at least, and it's super lightweight. This is my potty kit. There is toilet paper in here in a plastic bag. There's a shovel, little tiny shovel, titanium shovel. There are a couple of wet wipes, a little package of wet wipes in there, and a little bidet, which I hardly ever use. But I've got it if I need it. And that's what's in there. That's also a Hilltop's Packs bag. And it's made out of this material. I'm not fond of it. I like the Dyneema better. You can see there are some holes in it. I mean, I know it's gone through a whole through hike, but this has only been one through hike, and that hole in it happened pretty quickly. This is my sun hat. It's a Sunday afternoon sun hat. You see it in all the videos. Wah! I'm always wearing that to keep the sun off my face as much as possible. I love it. These are my microspikes, Cthulhu microspikes. Very good. No issues with those at all. Have been using them a lot recently in the snow. This is one of the best pieces of gear. This is a Hydra Pack Stash bottle. It's collapsible. This is a pee bottle. In my tent, I don't have to get out if it's raining. I don't have to get out in the cold. And most nights recently it's been cold and or raining or snowing or both. And you don't want to get dressed, get out of your warm sleeping bag, get your shoes on, your wet shoes and your wet socks, and go out somewhere to pee in the middle of the night, in the dark. I mean, it just isn't going to happen. So that is a very important piece of gear. That went on the AT with me. It's done this hike as well. I have a little doohickey here. I got this from a Trail Angel on the AT. I love it, so I just kept it on there. It's been on there since the AT. This is to hook my ice axe to. I don't have my ice axe with me right now. I was told we weren't going to need it on this portion of trail. So it's with a Trail Angel, and I'll mail it home later. These are for the snow. They go on my poles, which I don't have here. I have one Durston ice line pole. I had two. One broke. So I sent it home. I mailed it home in hopes I can get the missing piece to fix it, the part that broke. And now I have another, I don't know what the brand is, that Hotshot loaned me. But I got these just for this section because my poles have been sinking in the snow. I got them out of a hiker box. I don't even know the brand on them. Okay, let's get into the inside of the pack. This is my Durston tent. It is the Durston X-Mid 2 Pro, made out of Dyneema. It has gone through 2 through hikes. It's gone through the AT and the PCT. I did have a Durston bag to put it in, but I prefer this, just a plastic grocery bag. I can get a new one when I need it if it gets holes in it, but this keeps it from, when it's wet, when I pack it up in the morning and it's got condensation on it or snow or ice most recently. Keeps it from getting the rest of my stuff wet. This is my Hilltop Packs food bag. I got it custom done with my logo on it just for fun. It's got all the food in it. My resupply, this is a full resupply right now for the next 4 days or so. I'm not going to get it out. I've already done some resupply videos. I might do some more later. Let's see. Okay, I have a trash compactor bag here inside, and that keeps my clothes dry and anything else that's not in a bag. So that's always rolled down. I usually keep my puffy on top. This is a Montbell, I think, Plasma 1000 puffy. Great jacket. Love it. It has gone through just this through hike with me. It did not do the AT. I had an Arc'teryx jacket on the AT, which was great. Also, this is my clothing bag. It's I think a Hyperlight Mountain Gear Dyneema bag. I do like the Dyneema bags better than this new fabric that I can't remember what it's called, that Hilltop Packs is using. This, I've also got holes in this bag. It just doesn't seem to hold up as well as the Dyneema does. This is a Jolly Gears hoodie, sun hoodie. I like it. I really like it. It's a little bit heavier than the Outdoor Research sun hoodie, but I like the way the sleeves are better. You can actually put your thumbs through here, and this covers your hands pretty well, keeps the sun off of them. And then it's got a hood. It's got a hole for hair in the back for ponytails. It's a little on the heavy side, but it seems to be really cool. You can see it's faded a little on the tops of the sleeves, but it's been a good shirt. I think it's a man's small. That's what I got, and it's a little too big for me. This is a Vargo Bot titanium pot. It's got my stove inside of it, which is an MSR Pocket Rocket Deluxe. And it also has my fuel canister fits in there, and then a cloth that keeps it from rattling around when I'm walking. So I wish it had a handle on it, but I really love that it has a locking lid so that I can actually cold soak in this or cook in this. This is the Pocket Rocket Deluxe fuel canister. And this is also for hitchhiking. This is my cloth for wiping down my tent or whatever I need to do. It says hiker to town and hiker to trail on the other side. Let's see. This is my Senchi mid-layer. I think it's a ladies small. If I was going to get it again, it seems like it shrinks just a little bit. This is the bag that it has to be washed in too. Otherwise it'll snag on everything. So I brought it with me. If I did it again, I think I would get a size larger or maybe get a man's because it would be a little bit longer. It's pretty short, but I like it. It's super lightweight. This is the Senchi hoodie. I mean, you've seen it in my videos. It's very thin. It has holes in it. It looks like it wouldn't be that warm, but it is warm, but you do have to put another layer on top of it. So I usually use my raincoat. That's my not only raincoat, but it's also a wind layer, and it also makes this warm if this is on top of my base layer or a sun hoodie. I don't like this. That's a little bit too tight around the hood, around my face. So I may try another brand at some point. They're pretty fragile, so they have to be washed in the little bag or hand washed. I do wash it and dry it. Maybe that's why it shrank a little. I don't know. But it's done really well. I don't think there's any holes in it or anything. This is just a lightweight plastic grocery bag. I keep that to put wet socks in, dirty clothes in, just to keep them separate from the other clothes that are in the bag. Underwear. These are ex officio underwear. I also have a pair of merino underwear. Both of them have been really good. I think this pair also did the AT with me. These are toe socks. Injinji toe socks, ankle height. These are really good for sock liners. I use them if I'm getting a blister between the toes, or if my feet just are hurting more, just extra padding. They can also be used for sleep socks. Some hand warmers. This is kind of my repair kit. Right now I've got some zipper lube. Got a little lysine lip stuff. This is a first aid kit. I have a foot fuel for transferring fuel in here. And I have a repair kit here for my tent or any of the Dyneema bags. I also have an extra O-ring for my Sawyer filter. And that's about it. The first aid kit is, a few Band-Aids, some topical antibiotic, and that's about it. Oh, these pants. I love these pants, but look at this. These are bay leaf pants. I got them off Amazon. You can see they're dark here. They've got the ombre going on here. Look at that. That's how much they faded. This is the original color. But, I mean, they're holding up really well. There's no holes in them, I don't think. But they're the bay leaf hiking pants. Comfortable. I think they're a size small. This is one of two buffs that I have with me. This is the PCT buff. Sometimes I wear it. Sometimes I wear the AT buff that I also have. And this one is also a pillowcase for my pillow, which I'll show you later. Outdoor Research sun hoodie. I've been wearing this the whole trail. It is sun faded. It's got a hood. It's got a ponytail hole. It's been great. It does have some holes. It's got snags running down the front. It's pretty sun faded. You can see on the shoulders. This is going bye-bye today. I got something else at the outfitter here. It's pretty ratty, and I don't really want to look like a homeless person. It does have a little thing for your thumb to go through here, but it doesn't really protect from the sun so much. It doesn't go down over your hands. Yeah, there's more holes there. And you can just see how faded it is here. So for the last few miles of the trail, I have a merino wool base layer that I'm wearing instead of this. What I did was I had two sun hoodies. One was my sleep shirt that was always dry, and one was the one I wore every day. And so some days, I'd wear this one. Some days I would wear my Jolly Gear shirt. And then the other one was saved for the sleep shirt. And this one's super lightweight. It's been really good. I really like it. It's lighter than the merino that I just bought, but they didn't have the red color. They had a pink, but no red. And I like red. This is a pair of shorts. I do not know the brand name, but I like them. They're just bike shorts with pockets. I don't know what brand they are. Maybe you'll recognize it. There is no tag in it anymore, but that's what the brand is. I've carried these most of the way. They're getting pretty ratty. They've got sap stuck on them, and no holes though. They've held up okay. They're a little on the heavy side, and I really don't need the shorts right now. I don't know if I'll even be using them. I probably should send them home. This is a hood. I'm pretty sure it's from Z-Packs. So for these really cold nights, I can put this on, cinch this up, and just my nose and mouth will be out. It'll even cover up my eyes, and it'll get real small. And it really keeps my head and neck warm. And I can still toss and turn. And you know how when you get your face into the sleeping bag hood, it's so annoying. I do that all the time with my sleeping bag. So I decided to get this so that I could use a quilt, and then I can toss and turn all I want, and I won't end up with my face in a sleeping bag hood. This is the Outdoor Vitals pillow. And with a piece of elastic tied to it, I tie it around the other end, and that way I can keep it on my air mattress. And I usually will put over top my buff, one of my buffs, on top of it as a pillowcase. Darn Tough merino socks. I got these at Trail Days. They're PCT socks at the Washington-Oregon border, and I've been using them ever since. No holes or anything, and they come with a lifetime warranty, so if there is ever a hole, I can exchange them for another pair of socks. So they're pretty expensive, but they're well worth it for through hikers. This is just a little kit: comb, sunscreen. This is a little bit of lotion. What kind of lotion is it? I don't remember. Aquaphor. An extra hair tie. And earplugs. Oh, and a little mirror. And tweezers and fingernail clippers. And that's it. That bag's empty. The electronics bag. This is probably the heaviest thing I carry other than water and food. So since I video, I listen to books on the trail. I have battery packs. This is a Nightcore 10,000. This is a Nightcore 20,000. This is a Nebo 20,000 that has some different plugs on it than the Nightcores do. And I have another Nightcore 10,000 that's in my fanny pack. I always keep one in my fanny pack. I rarely use all of this up, but between all my electronics and the videoing and editing in my tent at night, I really need a lot of power. So I just bring it and carry it. It's heavy. Cords for each thing. This is a dual plug cord. So one USB-C going into two USB-Cs to charge things quickly. When I do get into town, I need to be able to charge things quickly. USB-C to USB-C. A dedicated plug for my headphones. A dedicated plug just for my headlamp. And a dedicated cord just for my Garmin watch. I wish they all had the same cord. This is an Anchor wall charger. I got it. It's fast charging because I need to get my stuff charged quickly while I'm in town. And it's got 3 plugs. And this folds out in the back. This thing is the coolest little gadget. It weighs nothing, just like a piece of plastic. It's an Alpenglow gear, and it inflates my sleeping pad. And all you have to do is hook it to your USB-C battery pack, and that's what powers it. It makes almost no noise. It's not loud like the tiny pumps. It weighs nothing, hardly at all. I mean, I don't even know what it weighs, but very little. It's just a piece of plastic, and it works. It fills up my sleeping pad. And I wasn't carrying anything, and I really got tired of blowing up my sleeping pad. And for the weight of this and the size of this being so small, I'll carry it and use it. This is a Hyperlight Mountain Gear Dyneema bag. Again, I like the Dyneema better than this other new fabric that's come out that they're making a lot of bags out of. It seems to hold up better. This one went through the whole AT with me. Now it's gone through the whole PCT, and there's no holes. It doesn't even look that worn. Good bag. Aha! Nemo equipment. This is their extreme conditions pad. It's small, packs down really small, and it's lightweight. It's got an 8.5 R value, which is their insulation value from the ground. That's really, really high. So, I mean, this is good for wintertime camping. I do not get cold at night at all on this pad in all the extreme conditions that we've had. We've camped on snow. I've camped in temperatures that are down in the single digits, and I've been warm on frozen ground, and it keeps me warm. These are my rain pants. These are Marmot, I think Precip rain pants. They're also my outer layer to keep me warm. So they work basically like my rain jacket. They have kept me really dry. They've worked better than the rain jacket at keeping me dry. I do not get wet with these pants on inside, other than maybe a little bit coming around the bottom of the pants. You see they've held up pretty well. I do have a couple little holes right around the edges of the here, but that's it. And they're still as waterproof as can be. I'm really impressed with these. I like that they have a zipper on them right here, because I can put them on and take them off without taking off my shoes. Real important to have a zipper on there. Gloves. These I just bought not too long ago for the really cold weather. They have a flip top so I can actually do videoing. They have a flip thumb so I can actually do videoing and wear them at the same time, which is really important. And then this part flips over the fingers. They're really kind of heavy. That the wool, as you can see, they're pretty discolored and dirty. I've been kind of afraid to wash them. They have done a really good job of keeping my hands warm, though. I did have the possum down gloves before this, and I still have them. Verina's borrowing them. They got a hole in them pretty quickly. She stitched up the hole when I gave them to her. But they did not keep my hands very warm. They just aren't that warm. And these are really thick and really warm. And my hands are very cold all the time, in cold weather. So these have really worked well, even though they're big. They're bulky, and they're not normally through hiking gloves. I don't even know what is the Thinsulate. I don't know what brand they are. It doesn't even say. But anyway, I just picked them up in an outfitter. I think in Lone Pine when I was in the Sierra, because my hands were so cold. All right, this is my quilt. I love this quilt. It's bigger than some. You can see that, some quilts are half the size and they're 20-degree quilts. This is 0-degree quilt. It has kept me warm. I have a lot of friends with 20-degree quilts that have been cold. And when it gets down below 20 degrees, and it does on the PCT, in a 20-degree quilt, you're going to be cold. This I have never been cold in at all. Even when it's gotten damp and wet, I've still been warm. And the hammock gear seems to be more reasonably priced than some of the other brands. I've really liked it. It's been a great piece of gear. I had a 15-degree REI Magma on the AT, and it did well too, but they lose their ability to keep you warm with body oil and washing and drying and everything. So I just didn't feel like it probably was even a 15-degree quilt at that point after the AT, that it might be a 20 or a 25 degree. And it was this size. So I went ahead and got a 0-degree quilt and carried it instead. And the other one was actually the Magma sleeping bag, not the quilt. So, again, I like the hood. I can move around. I can flip around. And most of the time, this has been so warm that I don't even have to use the straps to wrap it around my body. I do have that option if it's cold, really, really cold. But for the most part, I don't need to because it's warm enough without that. And I have never been cold, no matter how nasty the weather has been at night. And that's it. Pack's empty, other than the compactor bag that keeps everything dry. It's amazing all that can fit in there, and amazing that my weight, the highest I've ever carried in this pack with all the gear loaded with water and food, is probably 35 pounds. That was with like a 10-day resupply, probably 10 pounds of water. My base weight is probably around 15 pounds or so, even with all the electronics. I do also carry a light AF fanny pack. You guys hear me talk about the temperature. I have this hanging on it. This is the same one, a different one than I carried on the AT, same exact design, but I got a new one because it was pretty worn out after the AT. I love this little pouch in the front of it. I just drop my phone in here and I can keep my phone there. I have some prescription sunglasses in here. Toothbrush, toothpaste. It's a Bamboo Kids toothbrush, and my husband cut it off so it would fit in this. Not so it would be ultralight, but just so it would fit in this. And this is a little toothbrush bag from Garage Grown Gear. It's Dyneema. This is some anti-chafing cream. I don't remember the brand. I've had it in there for a while. But, every once in a while, especially in hot weather, you can chafe. So it's really important to have some kind of chafing cream. I got it at Walmart. I don't remember what brand it is, but I put it in this little container. My inhaler that I've been carrying around since I found out that I have lung hyperinflation. This, I don't remember the exact brand, but it is lip sunscreen. I have a pen. I usually have wrapped around it Leukotape for blisters. I haven't had any blisters in a long time and really haven't had much of a problem with them. And I use the Leukotape to try to patch my Durston pole when it broke, and it didn't work, so I don't have any Leukotape anymore on it and probably won't get any more. I have some hand sanitizer. Ooh, this is really important. My headlamp. This is a Nightcore NU25 headlamp. It's got red light, white light, and it's rechargeable. I just made a little cord for it to go over my head. I use this every morning. I use it every night. I charge it every night in my tent so that it's fully charged because I night hike. This is one more cord. I always carry one cord in here. This is the Nightcore 10,000, I don't know, milliamp. Anyway, my charger, another charger. Some sunscreen. This is my other sunscreen. This is like just to put on while I'm walking during the day. I put the other on in the morning that was inside my pack. Emergency aqua tabs. for water purification. Usually I use the Sawyer filter, but if there's something really, really sketchy, I will add this in too. It's their iodine tabs. This is just like a little multi-tool, most useful for tightening up my poles. Every once in a while a pole will start slipping, but it also, you know, has a bottle opener and some other stuff on it that I can use it for. This is a ring that attaches my Sawyer filter to my Knock bag. And this is just a little, I don't even know the brand. It might be Light AF, it might be Hilltop Packs, I don't know. But this is just my money, my cards, that kind of stuff. And it's waterproof. It's a waterproof zipper. And that's it. Things I'm carrying or wearing. This is an MTK neck knife that my friend Linda lent me. She did the AT with me, and she sent this with me. Thank you, Linda. I've been wearing it the whole time. They're Dirty Girl gaiters. You can see how faded they are here. This goes down and hooks on the laces of your shoes, and this goes over. It helps keep the snow out. It helps keep water out. It helps keep, I mean, they're not waterproof. It keeps dirt and particles and stuff out of your shoes. They're really nice. They've got Velcro on the back. I have Velcro super glued onto my shoes so that it has something to stick to, so it holds it down in the back, on the back of my shoe, and this goes over the front and hooks to the front of my laces. I'm wearing Hoka Speedgoats men's 7.5 wide shoes for this hike. I also have another pair of Darn Tough socks underneath. These are Terramar Cloud 9 2.0 base layer tights that I've been wearing a good bit. I picked them up in the Sierra to keep warm when it started getting really cold. And I wear them underneath my rain pants if it's really cold. Or I wear them by themselves a lot also. Glacier gloves, sun gloves. I've been wearing these since I started. I think I bought them in Julian at the Outfitter. The sun is just so intense in the desert, and I mean, even up in the Sierra, everywhere your hands just get so much sun. So I've been wearing these. They've lasted pretty well, I'd say. They do have some holes in them, but they've actually lasted pretty well. They're really gross. These are brand new. These are clean. I just cut them out of the wash, and so they're definitely discolored. They're not going to come clean. And there's a few holes, but they're going to make it to the end. Then I'll throw them away. So this is my AT buff that I wore on the AT. I'm still wearing it now. They don't ever go bad, I don't think. They last forever. And these are my headphones. These are my Shocks Pro headphones. I like them because they don't stop me from hearing what's going on around me. They're the bone conduction ones that go in front of the ears, so I can still hear animals coming up or people coming up behind me or people talking around me. And I just got this shirt. It's a merino base layer, 200, and I got it to replace the Outdoor Research Sun hoodie because I just think that I need the warmer sleep shirt now. And I can also use it as a base layer, which I haven't really had before. I've got my mid layer, and then I've got, of course, my raincoat to go over the top to keep me warm, and then the puffy as well. So I think that's it. A lot of stuff. Appreciate you watching. Have a great day.